This so class AB type of the amplifier indicate that during the period of 2 half cycle, that is positive as well as negative half cycle, we know that it is working as like as class B type of the amplifier, but we have applying the some bias voltage. This voltage indicate that continuous voltage through this diode, right? So due to that, what happened during small period of time, small period indicate that when transition from 0 to 1, 0 to 1 indicate that I'm telling you, see the things. This indicate that transition from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and this is called as 1 to 0, right? So during that period, this bias voltage is provided to the transistor. So during that period, no crossover distortion coming. There should be voltages, means a voltage output is coming across us when we have to use the class AB type of the amplifier. Okay, so see, this is the diagram of the class AB type of the amplifier. We know that class AB type of the amplifier which have the conduction period of greater than 180. See, greater than 180 and less than 360 degree. So it indicates that this is the 180 up to this 180, and greater than this indicate that greater than 180 and less than 360 degree for the period of this working. So that what happen, whatever the spike or whatever the crossover distortion coming, that should be reduced when we have to use the class AB type of the amplifier. Okay, that part are revised part. We have to be start the whatever part we have seen here in the next session. Okay, see, we have discussed the different type of the amplifier, right? So we have seen class A, it have operating period of the 360, class B have operating period of class A have 360, class B have 180 degree, and class AB have the conduction period of greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Okay, right? These are the conduction period of the particular amplifier, right? So when we have to start up with the class A to the class C or class AB type of the amplifier, whatever the efficiency that should be increasing and whatever the disadvantages that should be overcome when we have to design the another type of the amplifier. Okay, above figure shows that the circuit diagram of class C type of the amplifier, right? In class C amplifier, we apply the input to this type of the amplifier through the transistor. Here one of the important change is done here. Resonance circuit means what? It should be tuned up on particular frequency. See class C amplifier tuned indicate that it should be worked on the particular frequency. Particular means only that particular frequency it should be work, means tuning of that frequency indicate that it is as like as a radio channel. म्हणजे रेडिओ केंद्र कसं असेल, पुणे केंद्र, ते आपण जर नॉब ट्युनिंगचा फिरवत असतो ना, त्या पर्टिक्युलर ठिकाणीच तुमचं पुणे केंद्र असेल, सोलापूर असेल, ते लागतं. म्हणजे इट इज ॲज लाईक ॲज अ ट्युनिंग, ट्युनिंग म्हणजे त्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीला ट्यून केलेलं असते का सर्टन फ्रिक्वेन्सीला. ओके, सी the period, operating period of this type of the configuration is less than 180. See, this is less than 180 degree. It is the period of working of your class C type of the class C type of the amplifier. Okay, now less than 180 indicate that that period near about the 90 degree. Okay, period over that period it should be work, means we have applied the full signal, full 360 signal to the amplifier. It should have only output which should be less than 180 degree, right, with respect to class C type of the amplifier. See, these are the some of the things with respect to the class C type of the amplifier. See, we know that we have seen that whatever the period of working of class C amplifier is near about less than 180 degree. Okay, so less than 180 degree it should be ultra. So performance of it is somewhat less. Okay, see, this is the thing with respect to the class C amplifier. Okay, but see, we have discussing this type of the amplifier with efficiency is more. Efficiency more indicate that whatever the signal applied across it, it should be large amplify this type of the configuration. Okay, so efficiency of this configuration is more compared to the all other configuration. Okay, now one of the disadvantages of this configuration, I know that, or we know that the class C amplifier have highest amount of the efficiency. Okay, highest amount of efficiency means what? Any of the amplifier we have to be use the class C type of the amplifier. Okay, but see, we doesn't use it as an any of the application. The reason why it is, see, I'm already told you regarding with the voice communication, right? So in case of, see, we with respect to mobile, we just thinking with respect to mobile communication, there are two communication with respect to mobile. Okay, one is your voice communication, that is call, right? Another is communication with respect to data. Okay, so when we have to be initiate, see, with respect to your network, I'm telling with respect to your network, right? When you have to be initiate your call, highest priority means voice call have highest priority, because any data with respect to your calling is removed. In that case, whatever you are talking, that is not known to the other person. Okay, right? This will be happen, right? So during that period means voice communication class C type of the amplifier is not used. I'm already explaining why not, because I'm telling you one मराठी sentence, that is, मी घरी जातो हे वाक्य असेल, जर मी क्लास सी अम्प्लिफायर यूज केला तर त्याचा वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टंट नाही काय की काही पार्ट ते एलिमिनेट करतं, लक्षात घ्या. ओके, इलिमिनेट करतं, तर मी जातो एवढंच आलं, घरी हा वर्डच इलिमिनेट झाला तर चालेल का? प्लीज टेल मी, इज इट नॉट acceptable? Because in case of your class C amplifier, there should be highest amount of efficiency required, means whatever data transmitted, that also represented by your network. Okay, so this thing is not possible with respect to the class C type of the amplifier. So in voice communication, that is a it is as like as any type of voice communication, either your telephone communication or the mobile communication or the TV communication. In that period, we have not using the class C type of the amplifier. It also it have largest amount of efficiency, because it have some of the loss of particular data. Okay, so so we have used the class C type of the amplifier with another reason, right? Another thing we should also do with respect to the class A amplifier is that biasing, as like as earlier configuration. Class AB type of amplifier, during small period of time it is not worked, right? So during that period we have applying the voltage, right? During that period we have to be applied the voltage, so crossover distortion is limited. As the same time, in case of class A amplifier, operating period of this type of the configuration is less than 180. Okay, so remaining period of the time we have applied the biasing voltage. Biasing voltage means we have applied the continuous voltage. Wherever signal is not coming, in that case that voltage is applied. Okay, so in case of class C amplifier, we have applied the large amount of biasing voltage, so that's why it is not used in a communication. Okay, the reason behind it is because we have applied the communication we have applied the bias voltage, so whatever signal we have applied, that should not be coming across your output, because some part is lost. Okay, see, while this form of the transistor biasing gives a much improved efficiency, see, this causes efficiency is more. Okay, yet also it is not applied for voice, but see, there are so many applications where we have to be use this type of the configuration. The applications such as in case of sine wave amplifier, means when we have transmit more and more data in case of in the form of sine wave, in that case we have to be use the class C type of the amplifier. Okay, and another thing with respect to class C type of the amplifier, it should not be worked near about 180 also, 180 around 180 also, because less than 180 is the period of your class C amplifier. So what happen? Whatever the data transmitted, it is not directly going through the network. Okay, so what happen? There should be maximum loss of data. It is nothing but a distortion. So distortion is not acceptable with respect to the communication. It is also reason it should not be used in case of your communication. Okay, so so that's why it is not suitable for the communication or the audio amplifier. Okay, audio amplifier indicate that whatever the signal, that is 20 to the 20 kilohertz signal, in that period it is not used, because in case of, I am already told you, in case of voice communication, no distortion is acceptable at all. If distortion is coming, whatever the voice transmitted from your source, that should not be going towards the destination. Okay, so class C amplifier is not used at all in a voice communication. Okay, these are the things with respect to the class C amplifier, but all other things indicate that we have used the biasing voltage. Biasing voltage is nothing but it is the voltage applied to the transistor, which should be wherever your transistor is not working in that period, that voltage is coming, so it represent actual signal, but it is as like as distortion. So all other applications such as sine wave amplifier, we have to use the class C type of the amplifier. See, we know that I'm already told you related to the distortion. Distortion indicate that if you consider that we have transmitted the certain signal, right? Certain signal is transmitted through the network. Due to the distortion, distortion indicate that there should be elimination of the certain signal. Whatever the signal transmitted, that should not be coming with respect to your receiver. Okay, so it is not acceptable in case of communication. That's why it is not used in a communication, as well as if it is used for the high frequency application. High frequency application indicate that high frequency oscillator. Oscillator indicate the sine wave generator. Okay, so in case of sine wave generator, if it is used in a radio communication, radio communication indicate that फक्त रेडिओ नाही, लक्षात घ्या. त्याच्यामध्ये टेलिकम्युनिकेशन असेल, मोबाईल कम्युनिकेशन असेल, त्याच्यानंतर रेडिओ असेल, as well as television communication असेल. See, in that application, this type of the configuration is used, because in that case, no need of the particular voice data. Okay. So in this case, whatever the signal of that should be transmitted, that should be transmitted by the network. And one of the other thing, that is we see that these are the called as tuned circuit. Tuned circuit indicate that whatever the data transmitted, that should be only. See, आता मी तुम्हाला एक example सांगतो. DTH, direct to home. Okay, so DTH, different DTH company, okay, such as Airtel, then Tata Sky, etc. Okay, they have different receiver. Okay, they doesn't have same receiver, because they have tuned on particular frequency. At the particular frequency, if you have recharged, in that case only you have to be access the particular channel. Okay, this will be the happen with respect to the tuning. So in case of class C amplifier, this tuning indicate that here we have to use the LC component. This component indicate that they have tuner म्हणजे त्या पर्टिक्युलर फ्रिक्वेन्सीला मॅच केलेला असतात. जर समजाची 10 किलोहर्ट्झ फ्रिक्वेन्सी असेल, कितीही सिग्नल येऊ द्या, फक्त 10 किलोहर्ट्झ सिग्नल फक्त इथून पास केली जाते. ओके, सो दिस विल बी हॅपन इन केस ऑफ क्लास सी एम्प्लिफायर. ओके, क्लास सी एम्प्लिफायर लक्षात आलाय का? याच्या रिलेटेड एक दोन गोष्टी लक्षात ठेवा फक्त. क्लास सी एम्प्लिफायर इज नॉट युज्ड इन ऑडिओ एम्प्लिफायर. अदर रिझन, इट शुड बी ट्यूनड ऑन पर्टिक्युलर फ्रिक्वेन्सी. म्हणजे त्या पर्टिक्युलर कुठली तरी फ्रिक्वेन्सी असते, त्याच फ्रिक्वेन्सीला फक्त ते सिग्नल ट्रान्समिट करतं किंवा रिसिव्ह करतं. लक्षात. ओके, लक्षात येत आहे? प्लीज रिप्लाय द्या. ओके, हॅलो, 1 मिनिट, आवाज थोडा कमी करतो. ओके, we're discussing another thing with respect to the different amplifier and their efficiency. See, we have seen the different type of the amplifier such as class A, class AB, sorry, class A, then class B, class AB, then class C type of the amplifier. We doesn't see the D to T. I'm explain. This is not explanation, but with respect to the comparison, we have to be known the things related to the class uh, class D to T type of the amplifier and explain the same thing. See, uh, we've seen the efficiency of different amplifier. Okay, so efficiency indicates that I'm already to see the efficiency with respect to the different type of amplifier. I'm tell you there should be highest linearity with respect to the class A type of the amplifier. See, class A amplifier highest linearity. What it indicates that if you are talking something, right? Whatever you if you are talking, that same should be coming across your output exactly. Means in that case linearly. It indicates that no loss of data, no any problem coming in case of class A amplifier, right? So class A amplifier is a linear amplifier, so it should be used wherever we have required the linear output. Some other thing which should be coming with respect to class A type of the amplifier is that it have less amount of the efficiency, but some cases where we have required the linearly output, in that case we have to be prefer the class A type of the amplifier. This diagram, during this diagram, see, during this diagram, here is the actually conduction angle and here is the actually efficiency. See, this angle indicate that efficiency, this indicate that conduction angle. See, in case of your class A amplifier, there should be conduction angle of the full 360 degree. Okay, full 360 degree conduction angle for that configuration. Okay, now when we have to use the class B type of the amplifier, right? In that case, class B type of the amplifier, we have seen that the particular conduction period of this type of the amplifier is near about 180 degree. Okay, when we have to be use the class AB type of the amplifier, see, one of the problem which should be coming with respect to class AB amplifier is that when we have to use the class B type of the amplifier, crossover distortion is the problem which should be coming with respect to class B type of the amplifier. Is the reason behind it is that there should be during the period of the crossover, there should not be turn on of your transistor, either your 0 to 1 or 1 to 0 transition. During that period, no output is coming with respect to your transistor, so distortion is coming with respect to class B type of the amplifier, right? So that's why we are designing the another type of the amplifier, that is class AB type of the amplifier. So in that amplifier, what we have to do, we have applied the sum of the biasing voltage. Biasing voltage indicate that it is the voltage which should be applied to the transistor, which causes, see, which causes transistor operate is greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. So due to that, what happened? During that small amount of period, there should be conduction of the transistor or whatever the input power applied, that should be coming across your load, so no distortion, that is crossover distortion coming. So this will be happen in case of class AB type of the amplifier. Then we have seen that class C type of the amplifier. See, this amplifier have the operating period which should be less than 180 degree. It should be near about 190 degree. Okay, less than 180 but near about 90 degrees. So due to that, see, whatever we have talking, that should be near about 360 degree. See, up to that only 1/4 it indicate that 90 degree. Okay, in that period, that signal only represented by this class C type of the amplifier. So what happened, there should be large biasing voltage apply. Large biasing indicate what? See, wherever class C amplifier is not worked, in that case we have provided its external voltage. Okay, so this voltage indicates that biasing voltage. Due to that biasing voltage, there should be largest amount of this, because see, amplifier, whatever the means during that period, whatever the amplifier should be reproduced, that we don't know. Okay, so it is just related to the 360 degree. Okay, so what happened, due to that, class C have the more distortion, but whatever the efficiency of class C is more. Okay, so what we have to do, class C have efficiency more, that is not only acceptable. See, when efficiency is more, but other problem that should be coming with respect to class C is that there should be distortion is coming with respect to class C amplifier. Okay, so efficiency of class C amplifier is near about 78.5 or it is near about 80%. See here, this indicate that 100%. Okay, see here, near about 78% efficiency. See, in case of class C, D2T indicate that what we have to, whatever the signal transmitted by your transistor, that should be developed in case of your digital signal. Digital signal indicate that it is the small pulses, or it is also called as impulse pulses. These pulses, small amount of pulses which should be, means whatever the signal transmitted across your amplifier, that signal should be converted into the small pulses. Okay, due to that small pulses, there should be highest amount of efficiency with respect to D2 type of the amplifier. This is not the part of your syllabus, only related to the comparison. We have to be known about the D2T. See, when we have to be use the D2T type of the amplifier, it have small, whatever the signal, see, it is whatever the signal coming to your amplifier, that is same as like as your class A type of the amplifier, and that signal is converted as in small pulses. Means initially input of your D2T type of the amplifier is signal as like as class A amplifier. That signal should be divided into smallest portion and then transmitted. It is nothing but a D2T type of the amplifier, right? So when we have travel from A to the D2T type of the amplifier, efficiency should be increases. Okay, this should be happen in case of different type of the amplifier. Okay, as we know that class A, as we know that class A is linear amplifier. Linear amplifier म्हणजे काय सांगतो की तुम्ही जी सिग्नल, समजा मी म्हणतोय की मी घरी चाललेलो आहे, ॲज इट इज तुम्ही किती लॉंग डिस्टन्सवर जावा, तिथं आवाज वाढेल, पण त्या सिग्नल जी म्हटलेला असतो ना, मी घरी चाललो, तीच तिथं रिप्रेझेंट होत असेल ना, तुला लिनियर अँप्लिफायर म्हणायचं. समजा आता मी जर यूज केला क्लास सी टाइप ऑफ झोन, मी घरी चाललो, यातला मिडल पॉईंट घरी इलिमिनेट झाला, दिस विल बी हॅपन इन केस ऑफ क्लास सी, म्हणजे डिस्टॉर्शन क्रिएट असतं क्लास सी मध्ये. ओके, क्लास बी मध्ये पण त्यातला काही पोर्शन इलिमिनेट होतो, कारण का क्लास बी मध्ये पण क्रॉस डिस्टॉर्शन येतात, सगळ्याच्या सगळा बॉर्डर आहे. ओके, क्लास ए बी मध्ये काही प्रॉब्लेम येत नाही, कारण त्याच्यामध्ये क्रॉस डिस्टॉर्शन इलिमिनेट केले असतात. D2T हे तर हायेस्ट एफिशियन्सी आहे, ॲज इट इज ते आउटपुट देतं. ओके, amplifier class by conduction angle. See, we see class A, class B, class AB, class C, and D2T type of the amplifier. Okay, we know that class A amplifier indicate that we have used the single transistor. So single transistor work in a full 360-degree half cycle. So it indicate that operating period of your transistor is near about the 2 pi. 2 pi indicate that full 360-degree. Okay, class B type of the amplifier indicate that half cycle. Half cycle indicate that in case of class B amplifier, two transistor are used. Okay, two transistor indicate that 180-degree period, two transistor working, so conduction angle is 180. Okay, in case of class B, it have conduction angle of greater than 180 and less than 360-degree, because see why we have to be such amount of period of the conduction angle for class AB. See, reason behind it is when we have to be use the class AB type of the amplifier. So one of the important things that should be happening with respect to class AB type of the amplifier is that it should be worked greater than 180 less than 360 degrees, so that one problem, that is problem of crossover distortion, should be coming with respect to class B type of the amplifier, that should be eliminated. Okay, then we have seen the class C type of the amplifier. So period of the working of your class amplifier is near about 90-degree. 90-degree indicate that it should be less than 180-degree. Okay, small amount of period of the working of the class C type of the amplifier. The other reason of class C amplifier is not used in a audio amplifier is that whatever the distortion coming in case of class C is more. Why? Because the biasing period for class C amplifier is more, because working period of this class C type of amplifier is less than or 180-degree, or it is near about the 90-degree. Okay, all other period we have applied the some biasing. Biasing म्हणजे काय, काहीतरी व्होल्टेज त्या कंटिन्यूशन करण्यासाठी अप्लाय करणं. ओके, Class D to T type of the amplifier, it is the particularly digital type of the amplifier. Digital type of the amplifier indicate that in case of digital, we know that only two word will be coming with respect to the digital type of the amplifier, that is 1 and 0. Okay, 1 and 0, that are the only two things with respect to digital. So in case of class D to T type of the amplifier, whatever the signal applied, see the signal applied across input of a class D to T type of the amplifier is your class A type of the signal. So after all, that signal should be divided into small impulse. Impulse is nothing but a small square wave signal. Okay, so small indicate that it have period of the very small. It is near about the 0 degree. Means less than, it is not exactly 0, because 0 degree indicate that no signal is coming, right? Near about 0 degree period of the signal, which should be output of your class D to T type of the amplifier. Okay, so these are the different amplifier with their conduction angle and the operating period. See, this diagram shows that class A type of the amplifier. This diagram shows that class B type of the amplifier. Okay, so this indicate that full 360 degree. This indicate that 180 degree. This indicate that class AB greater than 180 but less than 360. Class A have less than 90 degree. Okay, sorry, less than 180 degree period of operation. Now see comparison between different amplifier. Okay, conduction angle. A indicate that it have conduction angle of the 360 degree. Okay, B have conduction angle of the 180. Okay, C have less than 90 degree. Okay, it also called as less than 90 degree, but it this type of the amplifier is also called as less than 180, because sometimes what happen, we have applied the conduction angle which should be greater than 90 degrees. So class C type is also called as it is less than 180 degree operating period. Class AB, it is in between 180 to 360 degree. Okay, now see what do you mean by Q point. Q point indicates that operating point, right? See, if the operating point is upward newer, we know that I'm tell you what do you mean by operating point. See the diagram. This is the diagram of the Q point. Okay, Q point position. Okay, see there are actually three concept with respect to Q point. Q point indicate that minimum operating point, right? So during the period of the centralized, in case of class A type of the amplifier, Q point, this is called as Q point. If the Q point is at the center of line, this indicate that it should be, means your transistor worked in a full 360 degree half cycle. So class A of 360, class B have near about below, right? Means position is upward and newer, means working period of that particular transistor, right? Upward and downward. So in case of class A, center point of the load line, because upward one positive, lowered one negative half cycle. Okay, so it is center on load line. In case of B, only 180 degree. So this is indicate that near about the x-axis. Okay, it is below the x-axis because near about the less than 180 degree. Okay, AB indicate that it should be related to the B, related to the B, because see class B have the operating period of the 180 degree, it have greater than 180. Okay, so near about it indicate that it is related to the x-axis and the center of the load line. Okay, because in between, in the center of load line and exactly x-axis, during the middle portion indicate that in between the x-axis and the center of load line. Okay, overall efficiency, see, we know that a class A have lowest efficiency, it is 25 to 30 degree, it is for the class A type of the amplifier. Okay, class B have the efficiency of the more, that is 70 to 80 degree. Class C have the efficiency of 80 degree, and class AB have the efficiency which should be in between A and B, that is near about the 50 to 70 degree. Okay, signal distortion. See, A doesn't have any distortion. Why it is not any distortion? See, we doesn't apply any biasing voltage. See, when we have applied the biasing voltage, it have more distortion. So class A doesn't have apply the any biasing voltage, so it have no distortion, right? B have, it have some of the crossover distortion coming. Why? During the small 0 to 1 and 1 to 0 transition, no transistor is on. Okay, crossover distortion from class B. Class C, it have largest amount of distortion because it is operating period of less than 180. So during all other period we are applying the biasing voltage. Okay, class C have the largest amount of the distortion. Okay, in case of class B, it is operating period is greater than 180, less than 360, just near about the 270. We have considered 270. Only 90-degree period should be, we have applied the biasing voltage, so it have less amount of noise. Okay, or distortion added. Okay, these are the things. Something I am telling you related to the assignment submission and the 1 minute. रोल नंबर 1 आहे का? रोल नंबर 1, 2, रोल नंबर 3, आवाज येतोय का? प्लीज रिप्लाय द्या.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
रोल नंबर 3 ने असाइनमेंट आणि मॅन्युअल दोन्ही पण अपलोड केलेलं नाही. इज इट राईट? बरोबर आहे का? हॅलो, रिप्लाय द्या. 3, रोल नंबर 3. रोल नंबर 3 आहेत ना? प्लीज रिप्लाय द्या.
नाही सर, ऍबसेंट आहे.
3 absent. ओके. रोल नंबर 9, रोल नंबर 8 पण absent आहे का?
Present, sir.
तुम्ही पण असाइनमेंट अपलोड केलेले नाही आणि
हा.
मॅन्युअल केलंय.
हो.
करा आज असाइनमेंट अपलोड.
हो.
ओके. 8 आधी असाइनमेंट साठी हे करतो. 11, रोल नंबर 11 आहे का? नाही. रोल नंबर 15, रोल नंबर 17, 18, रोल नंबर 18, रोल नंबर 19, 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 29, निखिल ननवरे.
येस सर.
असाइनमेंट आणि मॅन्युअल दोन्ही पण सबमिट केलं नाही का?
हा सर.
कधी करताय?
संध्याकाळी.
आज कसल्याही परिस्थितीत करायचंय. ओके,
हा.
परत. ओके. 29 नंतर
सर मी केलंय की.
रोल नंबर
22.
22 केलंय ना?
सर आता नंबर घेतले.
नाही, असाइनमेंट केली 22 न. फक्त
एक्सपेरिमेंट केलेत की सर, दोन्ही पण स्क्रीनशॉट टाकलेत तुम्हाला.
एक मिनिट. मॅन्युअल 22 दोन्ही पण सबमिट केलेत. असाइनमेंट तर आलेले नाही.
सर केलेत ना, तुम्हाला स्क्रीनशॉट पण टाकलेलं होतं त्यावेळेस.
असेल तर परत एकदा हे करा. नाही आलेलं.
डबल पाठवू का सर?
एक मिनिट कशाला डबल बघतोच की. SYB एक मिनिट. 1 मिनिट. SYB असाइनमेंट बद्दल का मॅन्युअल पाहिजे? एक मिनिट. असाइनमेंट ना 22 असाइनमेंट सबमिट आहे 22 ची. डबल आहे. हॅलो
सर एक्सपेरिमेंट पण केले ते.
एक मिनिट बघतो की.
हा सर.
बघतो एक. आहेत. माझ्याकडे हे झालं का? 22 ओके. 22 आहे. ओके आहे दोन्ही पण.
दोन्ही पण आहे ना सर?
आहे 24 नंबर 24 नंतर 25 नाही 26 27 रुपेश क्षीरसागर सबमिट केलंय ना?
केलंय सर.
केलंय होय. 27 श्रेयस कुलकर्णी. रोल नंबर 27 श्रेयस कुलकर्णी. हॅलो श्रेयस कुलकर्णी. हॅलो रिप्लाय द्या. श्रेयस कुलकर्णी. हॅलो 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 श्रेयस कुलकर्णी. श्रेयस कुलकर्णी आहे ना? श्रेयस कुलकर्णी. हॅलो सांगा परत कोणीतरी. 27 रोल नंबर 29 निखिल ननवरे.
हा सर.
असाइनमेंट आणि मॅन्युअल सबमिट केलंय का?
नाही सर.
दोन्ही पण आज सबमिट करायचंय. ओके.
हा.
ओके. 29 नंतर 31 नाही 32 विराज शेटे. हॅलो
येस सर.
असाइनमेंट आणि मॅन्युअल दोन्ही पण सबमिट करायचे
हा सर.
आज. ओके.
होय होय.
लिहायला आहे ना कोणाचं? घेतलंय ना?
हो आहे सर.
ओके. 34 नंतर 36 37 38 ओके. हे झाले असाइनमेंट साठी. मॅन्युअल साठी सांगतोय. रोल नंबर 1 नाही त्याच वाटतं. एक मिनिट. रोल नंबर 25 सार्थक लोखंडे. हॅलो हॅलो सार्थक लोखंडे. सार्थक लोखंडे. हॅलो.
येस सर.
असाइनमेंट मॅन्युअल दोन्ही पण सबमिट केलं नाही तुम्ही? आज करताय?
झाले, फक्त ती लिंकवर अपलोड करायचं राहिले.
करा आज. ओके ओके.
हा चालतंय. हो.
ओके. 04 केले. ओके. 05 06 केले. Hmm. 17. रोल नंबर 18 शंतनू दिंडोळे. रोल नंबर 18. हॅलो. हा सबमिट केलं नाही का असाइनमेंट मॅन्युअल?
ऍबसेंट आहे सर तो.
18 इथं दाखवत होत आता. शंतनू दिंडोळे का दिसतंय नाही? हॅलो.
हॅलो सर.
हा असाइनमेंट आणि मॅन्युअल दोन्ही अपलोड केलं नाही का?
नाही सर, स्कॅन करायला लागलो, तीच अपलोड करतो थोड्या वेळात.
चालेल. ओके. 19 20 केलं 21 plus 23. रोल नंबर 27 श्रेयस कुलकर्णी. परत एकदा ते सांगतोय. 27. ओके. 29 निखिल नवरे.
हा सर.
असाइनमेंट हे मॅन्युअल पण राहिले ना?
हा सर.
ते पण करा. ओके. नंबर नंबर 30
येस सर.
अपलोड केलंय ना?
हा.
आहे माझ्याकडे आहे. 31 रोल नंबर 31 नाही वाटतं. रोल नंबर 31 32 विराज. रोल नंबर 32
हा सर.
अपलोड करायचे दोन्ही पण, असाइनमेंट आणि मॅन्युअल दोन्ही पण आज. ओके.
हा सर. हो हो.
ओके. 34 नाहीये. 36 पण नाहीये. 37 38 ओके. आज सगळ्यांनी टेस्ट द्या. आज टाकतो याच्यावरची टेस्ट. ऍक्च्युली हा चॅप्टर खूप स्मॉल आहे झालेला चॅप्टर हा. याच्याबद्दल कुणाला काय प्रॉब्लेम असला तर तुम्ही सांगू शकता मला आता. ओके. अटेंडन्स द्या फास्ट. याच्या रिलेटेड कुणाला काही प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? प्लीज टेल मी. खूप सोपा चॅप्टर आहे याच्यातला क्लास. आणि याच्यावर एक लक्षात घ्या, MCQ क्वेश्चन जास्तीत जास्त विचारले जाऊ शकतात. कसं आहे, क्लास ए म्हणजे काय की ऑपरेटिंग पिरियड, कंडक्शन अँगल रिलेटेड, म्हणजे इफिशियन्सी कशाची जास्त आहे याच्या रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन विचारले जातात. ओके. अटेंडन्स रोल नंबर 1 2 1 2 3 4
Present.
5
Present.
6
Present.
7
Present.
7
Present, sir.
8
Present.
9 10
Present.
11 12 13 14 15
Present, sir.
okay 14 present 15 16
प्रेझेंट सर
17 18
येस सर
19 20
Yes, sir.
21 22
येस सर
23
येस सर
24 25 26
येस सर
27 28 29
Yes, sir.
30
Yes, sir.
31 32 33
Present, sir.
34
Present, sir.
35 36
Present, sir.
36 37 38 ओके स्टॉप करूया आज किती वाजता टेस्ट टाकू सांगा याच्यावरची तुम्ही सांगाल त्यावेळेस टाकतो हॅलो रिप्लाय द्या टेस्ट कधी टाकू कधी
6च्या पुढे टाकतात.
ओके नो प्रॉब्लेम कारण बर्डन येतंय तुम्हाला कॉलेज 9ला सुरू होतंय परत बाकीच्या याचं चालेल 6च्या पुढे टाकतो ओके स्टॉप करूया आपण आपला सिलेबस झालेला आहे पण ज्याच्यावर प्रॉब्लेम आहे मला सांगा की एखादा पार्ट कुठला कळला नाही एखादं दुसरं लेक्चर अजून मिळेल मला सांगा एखादं की ज्यातलं काही कळलं नाही ह्याच्यावर आम्हाला आणखीन पाहिजे प्लीज लवकर सांगा आपण रिवाइज थोडं करताना कशावर करायचं सांगा एखादं दुसरं लेक्चर मिळू शकता
हॅलो सर हॅलो
हा बोला
सर टेंटेड प्रेझेंट आहे सर
ओके ओके मला सांगा रिवाइज कशावर करायचं ज्याच्यावर तुम्हाला कळलं नाही जास्त लवकर सांगा मी
सगळंच सांगा सर थोडं थोडं
नाही
Objective मध्ये सांगा, sir.
हा मग ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह क्वेश्चन वाईज जाऊ आपण काय करू ते डिस्कस करून त्यावर क्वेश्चन कसा विचारला जातो जेवढं होईल तेवढं होईल आपण सुरुवात पहिल्या चॅप्टर पासून करू चालेल
Yes, sir.
ओके ओके
महत्वाचं काय आहे तेवढं सांगा सर पेपर
ओके ओके डेरिवेशनल पार्ट मध्यंतरी मुलांनी विचारलं होतं की डेरिवेशन लक्षात कशी ठेवायचे पार्ट मध्ये असणार आहे तुमच्या ओरल एक्झामसाठी किंवा जे काही MCQ एक्झाम तिथं कुठेही डेरिवेशन विचारलं जाणार नाही तर लक्षात घ्या फक्त तुमच्या नॉलेजसाठी डेरिवेशन ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही स्टडी करताना पार्ट मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं कारण एकदम सगळं जर लक्षात ठेवायला गेलं ना राहत नाही ओके स्टॉप करूया आपण